Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pukekohe Park Raceway for the 24th race of the NAMAR Mountain Dew Code Red Series Season 3 action here. 23 laps in the first of two races on this doubleheader action day. The sky is clear and sunny, and I'm looking forward to the first of two races. Just a reminder of how this works. The heat races that were yesterday, the 40 drivers that advanced through those races are getting a 2-for-1 special in that they do not have to run heat races again after this race. So they are getting a 2-for-1, and the people who missed out are missing two races in a row here and are likely to take a big points hit. Let's go through your starting lineup before we get into the 8 drivers who missed the show. Dale Lightning wins the coin flip over Jonathan Zorlin. Zorlin got his 7th heat win of the season, while Lightning got his 6th. And the pair make up the front row, while Hunter Braxton, who's also won 7 heat races, starts in row 3. He's got Sakuli next to him. We're not going to skip row 2 by any means. Row 2's Audra Baranowskis and Johnny Gardner. Like I said, behind them, Sakuli and Braxton in row 3. Edwin Mendez and Ryan Brahmer are in row 4, with Samet Oskin and Alan Cavanero in row 5. Other notables in qualifying here for race 1, Eli Bright, 22nd. Dylan Young, 26th. And Cole Deaver having some kind of mechanical issue. He starts 40th. Now, let's go to those point standings, and we'll go over the 8 drivers who missed this doubleheader event. First, Matthew Logan took the points lead away from Andrew Rich. He has missed this race, or this race day, I should say. Rich will come in second, likely take the points lead depending on what happens. Dale Lightning comes in 3rd. Dylan Young 4th. Baranowskis 5th. Bright 6th. Brahmer 7th. Braxton 8th. Zorlin 9th. And Commons 10th. Nareza 11th. Ellison came in 12th. He will miss the doubleheader. Tringali 13th, Seth Cole 14th, Gardner 15th, Jones 16th, Oskin 17th. Nanako came in 18th. He's missing both races, as is RJ Bishop in 19th, and Fitzwater came in 20th. Sakuli, Cavanero, Mendez, that's 21st to 23rd, 24th and 25th. Quinton Moore and Adam Flickinger, respectfully, they missed out on the doubleheader. Corey Riggs 26th, Hudson, who's 27th, misses out. Deaver comes in 28th, Turner 29th, and Watson 30th. The only other driver to miss the festivities today is Donovan Cage in 41st. Indeed, rumble we shall. Sorry if I'm hesitating a little bit. My mouth, I think I burned my mouth on lunch today, and then I think I just kind of sliced it up a little bit from the chips I ate. I guess I did not chew the chips correctly. But this is going to be intense. 23 laps of action here. And just a reminder on how the inverse works. The results that will be taken from this race. All lead lap drivers that finish. For example, we will give this to you in an example format so it's easily understood. Say Dale Lightning wins this race, and 30 cars finish on the lead lap. He will start 30th in race 2. Whoever finished 30th, say Benny Watson will start 1st in race 2. So you got 5 cars lap down, 31st to 35th. Depending on the lap down count they are at, they will requalify and randomize based on that. So if it's 3-1 lap down, they'll get 31st to 33rd, and then 2 laps down, 34th or 35th. And then the DNFs will randomize as well, 36th to 40th. Here we go, green flags out. Oh man, Lightning got a good jump, and someone blew up at the back, and it was Brian Tremblay. Right on the start, Tremblay blows a motor. And that's going to mean a DNF for Tremblay, so he will start last in race 2. Cavanero's off track into the wall. Cole Baker, you can see stomping the brakes. Fitzwater is around. There's a lot of pileup going on. Man, the track is blocked. Nareza is stuck sideways. My goodness gracious. What's going on at the front of the field? And front of the field is mostly gone. Dale Lightning leads over Baran-Oscus. Sekuli third, Zorlin fourth, and Gardner is fifth. It's about a 9-car breakaway at the front of the field. No, make it a 10-car breakaway. And Lightning leads the race, so you know what this means. It's going to be very, very... We might have a lot of people finish on the lead lap. Oh, Lucas Catano has missed pit road. Wow, how did he get back here? I don't even understand how the 61 got over here. Chris Wheeler getting off of pit road. Cavi on pit road. There's Tremblay. Oh, and Daniel Voiles has made it, has hit the tire wall. But you can see there are a ton of cars back here with damage. Nareza, they're 3 wide. That's Young, I believe Bobo Jones, and Fitzwater. Be careful. You don't want to DNF. That's the main thing you don't want to do. You don't want to DNF and you don't want to finish a lap down. As we see, Nico Tringali has retired, so he will start at the back of the field in race 2. Let's see, Dylan Young. Where is Dylan Young? He started 26th. He's only in 27th. Deaver has made it up to where Young started. There's a decent amount of good drivers back here. If they yo-yo to the front of the field, that's going to make things interesting. Dale Lightning still in the point. Baran-Oscus in second. They're side by side behind. That's Gardner with Mendez and Zorlin with Sekuli. Reminder, it's 1X, so these drivers should not have to pit. We're going to focus on the bottom of the screen here. So Cavi, Catano, and Voiles all 1 lap down. Tremblay is 2 laps down and apparently continuing. And at the back of the field right now, it's Wheeler, Magora, Otts, and Nareza. But remember, even if you're at the front, you're not safe. Tremblay is still on pit road, as is Voiles. There's Chris Wheeler. I don't know if he'll finish on the lead lap, but right now there's a battle for the lead as Tremblay officially retires. Baran-Oscus is challenging Lightning for the race lead, but she can't get it to stick. Lightning will hold on for now. So the top 10 has really pulled away. And man, how about some of the drivers here in the top 20? Ice 13th, Onjack 15th, Watson 16th, Riggs 17th, Rowe, Beckett, Fernandez. That's top 20 cars right there. So there are some good cars right now on the lead lap that are at the back of the field that could steal a win in race 2 if they stay on the lead lap. And those drivers that I'm looking at right now are Enzo Nareza, Sameta Oskin, Dylan Young, and Cole Deaver. They're the 4 farthest back drivers. Marty Johnson, Bobo Jones arguably have cars to win too. So things could get interesting. We're side by side for the lead now with Baran-Oscus and Lightning as Zorlin closes up from behind. Lightning trying to hold off Baran-Oscus, but it's getting tricky. Zorlin closing in from behind. Zorlin, you know, he hasn't won a race yet, and Ford's only got the 1 main event win with Nico Tringali back at Dover. How about Sekuli, Gardner, Mendez right there, 4 through 6. They haven't won yet this season. Ooh, and Sekuli just about gets turned off the nose of Gardner. They're still side by side back there. Sekuli having to race his teammate Edwin Mendez. Meanwhile, Rich Brommer and Commons just kind of trail at the back here. More side by side now. Zorlin's looking for second. As they're nearly 3 wide. They are 3 wide. And Braxton and Rich are around and into the tires. And their days are over. Didn't exactly see what happened there, but a 3 wide gone wrong takes them out of the race, and they will have to start at the back in race 2. Zorland still challenging Lightning for second. And he will take the position. That'll bring 2 drivers into the top 10. And the next 2 in line are Turner and Bright. Man, Jesse Turner, I can't remember the last time he got a top 10 finish. But Baran-Oscar's into the lead. And now I know we've done a lot of commercial break races, but this is not one of the tracks we do that at. You do not go to commercial break at Pukekohe. Slade Jagger has retired from the event due to an incident. Looks like Alexander Rowe fell a lap down. He might have had a problem. Now the leaders are catching Chris Wheeler. Remember, if you're at the back of the field, you want the more cars to get inverse, the better, so that drivers like these at the front who are doing very well cannot get through the field to you at the front of the field. But you also want to get as many points each race as you can. Zorland's looking for the lead on Baran-Oscar. I guess he's got the top car on the track. When he checks up a bit. Ooh, maybe some contact getting made there with Baran-Oscar. Yeah, indeed. Sekuli is up to 4th. Gardner's 5th and Mendez is still 6th. You can see now it's only about an 6-car breakaway. To be honest, Brommer and Commons are pretty far back. Can Zorland take the lead away from Baran-Oscar? Zorland's got the fastest lap time on the track by far. He might just drive away now. 0.2 faster than Rich. And the next fastest time at the front of the field is Sekuli with a 53.6. Zorland might be home free on his way to his first win of the season, but there's still lap traffic to work through. And Chris Wheeler does not want to go a lap down, but he might have to settle for starting at the back of the field again. Ooh, almost 3 wide back there, Gardner and Sekuli with Mendez. As this will put us down to 30 cars on the lead lap. When Baran-Oscar really dives it in there with help from Lightning. Baran-Oscar trying to get by the 86. Lightning's got the 86 in his way. Ooh, some 3 wide there. That's dangerous. Baran-Oscar gets by. Lightning will lose a little bit of time. As he falls to 3rd. Battle on the track here for 7th between Commons and Brommer. Ooh, almost some contact made as Commons gets really loose. He'll currently lose the position 2-3. Remember, Brommer fresh off his 3rd win of the season at Tula. Looking to get another good finish here today. So no one's really moving anywhere in the field. There are some huge packs in the field. So I feel like we've still got a good amount of accidents that could occur. And this is a big pack to talk about. Look at this. This is back around just the edge of the top 20. And oh, there's some contact there. Fitzwater gets a lot of hood damage from that. But he stays on the track, not going anywhere. Young's looking for 26 back. And he can't quite take it. But there's a lot of fast cars mixed in with slower cars up here. You see the lap times have dropped significantly. Well, not a lot, actually. Bobo Jones about running the same laps every race. Dylan Young does not want to get a DNF here. He knows Rich has a DNF, and Logan missed the race, so Young just trying to get points and take back the points lead here. As we mentioned, Magora is now the last car on the lead lap. Right now, the front row would be Magora and Jones. Zorlin has taken a 1.27 second lead over Baran Oscus. So you see the lap time comparisons at the top right of your screen. Lightning has fallen back big time. Gardner's fourth with a battle from Mendez, who wants that position. But Gardner and his teammate doing very well here at Pukekohe. For the time being, Gardner will fall back to fifth. Brommer and Common still in that dogfight, as Eli Bright has made it by Jesse Turner for ninth. Next man up outside the top 10 is Peter Onjack. Teammate Benny Watson behind in 12th. 13th Corey Riggs, and Lucas Catano is a lap down in 33rd as Fitzwater has come down pit road, or something happened to him. Does Watson make it dangerous here? Oh, he almost put his teammate 3 wide there with a lap car of Cavanero. Cavanero just trying to mosey his way around as others knocked themselves out of the race. How about Sane Beckett running 14th, Benjamin Ice 15th. And the 39, I believe, is out of the race. No, he pit. He's just a lap down. Zorlin lost a little bit of time that time by. Zorlin would be looking for his first win of the season. Lightning would be going for win 4, and Baran Oscus would be going for win 3. Mendez, Gardner, and Sekuli are all looking for their first wins of the season, as is Sky Commons. Brommer would be looking for win 4 as well. Zorlin's got a pretty good hang on things right now, as we'll be hitting 8 to go at the start-finish line. Alexander Rowe is 1 lap down. Magora is still the last man. Now it's Frodemar Ott who would share the front row with him. Bobo Jones would start 3rd. Young would be 4th. Right now, I don't even know if you want to move any farther up, as someone stopped. Oh, that's Jackson King. King got spun around, and where is Bobo Jones going? Bobo Jones taking the same route as Catano. Oh, and Deaver and Magora have gotten together. Bobo Jones was trying to get to pit road, and Deaver has DNF'd, and that's not what Deaver wanted at all. Deaver's bad luck is back. And the amount of cars on the lead lap has just shrunk tremendously, as Dylan Young is going to DNF as well here. So Young and Deaver, the next 2 to DNF. And we have a lot to look at following this race. Johnson's in a pretty good spot right now to start at the front of the field. Same with the Reza, Seth Cole. Oskin has just been working his way through the field. He's into the top 20 as he gets into Anderson there off the corner. Just craziness all around. Oh, and Peter Onjack's in the wall. That's a tough break for the 90 car. He was running in 11th. Dylan Young comes back on the track without his hood. Deaver will retire. Start somewhere in the range of 34th to 40th. So Deaver's first race does not go as planned. Someone else is behind the wall. At least it looked like someone else was behind the wall. Never mind. How about Sane Beckett? What a run he's having right now. He'll move up to 13th here with on Jack on pit road. This is the things Pukekohe is made of. We seem to be having a battle for second, I think. Commons and Brahm are still going at it. Commons gives him room. And indeed, Lightning and Baran is going at it for second, as Alexander Rowe will fall 2 laps down. And we have just 5 laps to go. Zorlin looks like he's got this in the bag unless a lap car gets in his way. The battle would be on between these two. Mendez a good second plus ahead of Gardner. And Baco Magora is up ahead, as is Bobo Jones. Magora, you know, he wants to start on the pole, but it might not happen. Zorlin knows the more cars he puts a lap down right now, the less cars he has to pass for race 2. And he's coming to 4 to go this time by. I don't think Magora will be able to hold him off. Baran back in front of Lightning now. As they continue the battle, they actually gain time on Zorlin that lap. Mendez closing in as well in 4th. You know Edwin Mendez would love to win his first race of the season. And he'd love to get it here in this race and not have to worry about the field in race 2. Right now we'd have 26 cars that are eligible for the invert, but it could shrink to 25 depending if Zorlin laps Magora. And it looks like he will. We're coming to 3 to go. And I don't think Magora will outrun the 00. There you see the list of cars who are going to be on the DNF requalifier. Currently, Alexander Rowe would be by himself for 32nd, and then 27th to 31st would requalify, as those are the lap down cars, 1 lap down. Magora is likely to join them. And you see Magora with a bit of a defensive line. He knows Zorlin does not want to get held up because Baran, and Lightning are still very fast, but they will continue to battle it out. And now Zorlin is right on the bumper of Magora. On the roof camera, he'll get to the right side off the corner. No, he gets held up. Coming to 2 to go. And Baran is now only 1 second behind Zorlin. But does she have enough time? She really closing in that section. And Mendez has closed the gap as well in 4th place. It's a bit of a battle here. Pukekohe is known for these late race dramatic finishes. But it looks like Magora is going to get in the way of the 21. Yeah, kinda. He kinda blocked her there. But Lightning is the one who'll get held up. It looks like it'll be Bobo Jones getting the pole, as something has happened to Sane Beckett, and we know Beckett was doing very well. So right now your current top 10 is Jones, Otts, King, Johnson, Wild, Seth Cole, Anderson, Nareza, Oskin, and Fernandez. That's your current top 10 for race 2. I don't think Zorlin's going to catch Bobo Jones here. Oh no, he won't. Baran is trying all she can. She had it down to 0.6 of a second. As you see Zorlin just with that defensive line. Mendez all over the bumper of Magora. And man, Mendez shoved Magora off track. It's not going to be enough. Baran won't get to him. The checkered flag for the first time this season after 7 heat wins. It's finally happened. Jonathan Zorlin wins his first race of Season 3. And there was an accident on the front stretch. But Zorlin has done it. His first win of Season 3. And it comes at Pukekohe. We talked about Pukekohe being a track that could be a wild card. I mean, Zorlin was due a win anytime now. He came into this race 9th in the point standings. That's his first win, his 6th top 5, and his 12th top 10 of the season. Baran-Oscus will come up short in 2nd. Lightning 3rd. Mendez 4th. Sekuli 5th. Brommer 6th. Common 7th. Gardner 8th. Eli Bright 9th. And Jesse Turner will round out the top 10. And Seth Cole had a problem there at the end. You see he fell to 1 lap down. So 23 drivers are eligible for the swap. So the following drivers: Seth Cole, Baco Magor, Chris Wheeler, Dylan Young, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., Lucas Catano, and Alan Cavanero. They will requalify for 24th to 30th. Beckett and Rowe will basically requalify for 31st and 32nd. And then Onjack, Deaver, Braxton, Rich, Jagger, Voice, Tringali, and Tremblay will all requalify for 33rd to 40th. So this is your starting lineup for race number 2. As far as the top 23 spots are concerned: Bobo Jones on the pole, Frodemar Ott 2nd, Jackson King 3rd, Marty Johnson 4th. Row 3, Martin Wild and Wyatt Anderson. Row 4, Enzo Nareza and Benjamin Ice. Row 5, Sameta Oscon and Zoe Fernandez. 11th, Colt Baker. 12th, Corey Riggs. 13th, Benny Watson. 14th, Jesse Turner. 15th, Bright. 16th, Gardner. 17th, Commons. 18th, Brommer. 19th, Sekuli. 20th, Mendez. 21st, Lightning. 22nd, Baran-Oscus. And your winner here in race 1, Jonathan Zorlin, he will start 23rd. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's take a look at all the incidents that occurred here at Pukekohe in race number 1. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is where it all started on lap 1. The big one. The big wreck that occurred. It all started with Marty Johnson, who thought it would be a great idea to go 3 wide right here after Oskin has a slip up. He gets into the left rear quarter panel. That sends him into Cavanero. And now Cavi and Johnson are loose. Johnson gets back into Oskin, and boom, right here it's on. Right there, everything starts. And then Commons gets into Bobo Jones. Tringali turns right to avoid. Nareza gets in the grass. He spins out. There you can see Voiles making contact. And it's just on from there. This is where the field really got separated. You see Turner goes straight into the grass to miss this. Onjack's around, Rose around. And then look at this. This is some mayhem right here. This is a parking lot. So that was the first incident. Let's see. I'm going to do these in clips because I don't want the video to drag on too long. Here's what happened to Lucas Catano on lap 1. Got a nudge from Slade Jagger. And then they're going to get 3 wide through the hairpin. Oh, Jagger gets pushed by King, Voiles, and Baker into Catano. And is just going to loop the 61 through this fake invisible wall. And that's where Catano went. Next incident I recall was something to do with Hunter Braxton. I was going to do this in one clip, but now I've decided against it. Alright, let's see what happened here. So they're 3 wide up ahead. And by the way, who's out at this point? Okay, so I still got to figure out what happened to Voiles and Jagger. And this is something with Andrew Rich. Mendez is clearly faster. Gardner and Sekuli weren't slow by any means, but 3 wide starts there. Mendez is in that lane. And oh, Braxton just pushed too hard. Didn't account for Mendez was going to be there. Gets into the 4, bounces off, gets into his teammate. And Rich is trying to stop for the corner, but he can't because Braxton's sliding. And this ultimately takes them both out of the race. And in the grass, you're just along for the ride, and bam! That's a tough break. All right, so let's see what happened to Jagger. And was it, oh, yep, so he just loses it. And then the next one was Voiles. I believe Voiles did the same thing. I know this is fast forwarded, but at least we're seeing what happened. Yeah, so Voiles did the same thing. Okay, who do we got? Okay, let's see what happened to Deaver. Because this was not, the start of this was weird. Okay, so this is just a big checkup. And that's what sent King around. Deaver and Johnson kind of lost it there too. Deaver slows up for King. Oh, and that's where Ott clips Bobo Jones through that invisible wall. And then Deaver, I guess, wants to come to pit road, and he gets into Magora. And man, he slams that wall right there. And that's what takes out Cole Deaver. Who else do we got? Who else? We saw Onjack. We know he was parked in the wall. What happened to Sane Beckett? Oh, this looks like, oh yeah, this was a wreck and a half. This is what took out Seth Cole. Oh, yep, and this is an accident I was waiting to see happen. Nereza's going to come off the last corner here, and he thinks he's clear, but he's got more horsepower than Beckett. And he's just on that right rear quarter panel, and he just turns him. And Beckett hits the wall hard enough to where he loses it in the grass, and he's going to spin in front of the traffic. And Seth Cole, as they're taking the white, he has nowhere to go, and man, he pounds Sane Beckett. Beckett does one barrel roll in a bit of a twirling fashion. And man, they're lucky that was only a 2-car wreck. So that's what took them out. And with that, I will see you guys for race number 2.